Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to cover why real estate agents keep switching companies and what pitfalls they should be looking out for. So if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. Today I have a very special guest with me, my real estate partner and also my husband.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Sean, in case you didn't know. We wanted to talk about, why agents are moving around so much. And we see a lot of agents, talk to a lot of them, and we listen to them a lot. And so we've seen, I'd say, some good and the bad of why they move around in different companies. So what's the first one we're going to talk about, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've been in real estate for over 16 years. And in those 16 years, we've only switched companies one time.
Yep.
We were with RE/MAX for 13 out of them, and now we are with EXP 3 years. So after 3 years in the new company, I wanted to give you some examples on the things that we have learned and we noticed that are not so good that we see in the market when agents are constantly switching, and honestly makes agents look flaky and it's not good for anyone.
Yeah.
So
let's start off with the number one, the good positive ones, the things that are the reasons that are smart. And that would be the number one. It would be when you're moving to a new brokerage or coming into real estate to begin with, it's joining a brokerage that aligns with your values, the culture, and your business plan, because those are huge reasons. We obviously can't tell you what your business plan is, but we want you to think about it. And also the culture means culture of winners, because in this business there's a lot of pikers out there, and that means people that just try to get something for nothing. They don't produce much. They're just waiting around for deals to fall in their lap, and they really ought to get out of the business. So do not align yourself with pikers.
A little harsh, but yes.
Hey, this is the dog business, and you want to be around winners, because that's gonna rub off on you, and you are gonna be more likely to succeed if you surround yourself with winners.
That's actually very true. That's actually
harsh but true, right? Tough love.
Yes, it is tough love, because if you are in any industry, if you get to the office and then you're surrounded by people who are constantly winning, you're going to be one of them.
Yeah, and you're networking, and they call it rubbing elbows with people that are actually doing business. They're, able to maybe share some ideas, although that has to do with culture.
Yes.
And I would say most agencies or brokerages do not share a lot of their secrets because they're very much your competitors. And that's part of a culture.
And you just brought up a huge, humongous point, because that is one of the reasons why we love the company that we are with, EXP, because at the old company, people were actually very sweet, very nice, top producers, but they were not very...
They didn't collaborate.
Generous.
They didn't share.
When it came to sharing their information. It was like, you want to work with, you want to know that? Oh, I'll go into that deal with you. But for instance, for high-end, I remember when we got our first high-end listing, and we were asking the agents, we asked the broker, and then he sent us to another agent that was a high-end person that had sold a lot in the high-end market. And we were like, hey, would you share some of the information? He's like, yes, I will be happy to share with you with 50% of the commission. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, we're going to go figure it out. So in this company with EXP, if that is the case, the other person, I can almost guarantee you that they will be happy to share. Right. That's what we found, and that's why culture is so important.
Absolutely. And culture is one of the points of the top culture values of EXP is actually collaboration. And when we win our culture award with EXP, we are obligated, if we want to receive the award, to share with the younger agents who are coming up. So if we don't want to, we don't get the award. It's
Yes.
very, very different than most real estate companies, because most real estate companies, it's just a production award. They pat you on the head. They rah 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 you. But this is a lot different.
But keep the information tight.
Right.
And it reminded me too about a lot of the companies out there. They bring trainers to give you this boost of ego. What I don't know. Like they just bring you trainings to teach you, but those people are not even in the industry,
or they're not in your market. It doesn't have a lot of it's not very applicable.
Yeah, the last one was from Canada, and the last company, I was like, what does she know about our market here?
Right.
So yeah, it's super valuable to check those things before you switch companies.
So yeah, if you guys have questions about that, it's a huge topic. a lot goes into. That's where you need to reach out to us and we can talk about whether or not EXP is a good fit for your business, your culture, and your values. So we'd love to chat with you. But point number 2 is it is important to understand your numbers and your how would you say, your trade-offs with a broker, because nothing is for free. There is no such thing as a free brokerage, because obviously if you're getting everything for free, there's probably a hook, and you're probably not going to be getting other things as well.
Or there is a reason why it's free, is because they have nothing to offer.
Right.
And you are not only missing out on market share, you're missing out on all those things that we already talked about. If they give you nothing, I'm sure because you're getting nothing.
Exactly. So one of the things I'm talking about is we have a $16,000 cap at EXP, right? Some people might say that's cheap, and some might say that's high. But we also are able to keep our admin fee, which we can make anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 a year extra about our admin fee. So that really covers the split, right?
16,000, yeah. So that's why it's not a fair question, or it's not a right question to ask, or a smart question to ask somebody. Exactly.
And then on top of it, when we got our award, for example, like I was telling you about, this is called the Icon Award. We've gotten it now 3 years in a row. And they refund that entire $16,000 that we paid in, and we refund that in the form of company stocks and dollars. So the first award we got was in company stocks, and today's value is worth over $100,000 based on that first award. And so, again, understanding that your splits, understanding that your numbers is extremely important. You can't just do the simple math and say, oh, well, this broker over here only charges me $10,000 a year and EXP is 16. Well, that's not real mathematics. That's called short-sightedness.
Yeah, so it would be smart for anybody to do what we did. We sat down and we looked at the numbers and we compared apples to apples, and it took us more time than I would like to.
Look at our third point here.
Yeah, it took us a while to come to that conclusion, but because we were doing our due diligence.
Exactly. Third point, right?
Yes.
That's going to be, are you able to leverage the real estate industry within the broker you're with currently? Leverage is a huge word, and we could have an hour-long discussion on how to leverage, but in real estate, if you don't leverage, you're just an individual salesperson and you're selling for commission endlessly. It's like a street hustle. It's a never-ending thing, so you'll never retire. I know people that are 80 years old doing this business still. And a lot of agents, in fact, get heart attacks because the business is very stressful. So
we are the bridge. I always say we're the bridge, the real estate agents between the sellers and buyers. So
we filter the stress.
You filter the stress, and so that we can come to the client happy and just bring solutions. At least that's what we do.
So leverage, real quick, means are you able to build a team in your brokerage? Is the structure set up that way? Are you able to attract other agents and leverage off of them? In our case, we also get company stocks. And so we are leveraging the real estate industry in more ways than we really knew possible. And so that's something for you to think about. And again, if you want to talk more about it, you have to call us because we can't explain this whole thing in this short video. So does that cover those 3 things?
Yep, it does.
Should we get into kind of the short-sighted reasons why people might mistakenly switch companies?
Yes, let's talk about that.
Number 1 reason I think agents miscalculate their decision is that they think when they move to a new brokerage that magically they're just going to get more business.
Yes, I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, like this new broker who with a red logo or a blue logo are just going to rein in a bunch of new clients for them. And I don't know about you, but when I was with Remax, did they make any of our calls?
No.
Does EXP make any of our calls?
Nope.
No. Do they pay for our Facebook ads?
Nope.
No. Real estate is a contact sport. Just because you switch brokers, I don't care if it's EXP or Remax, anything, you're not going to automatically get more business. You have to do the work. So there's no magic pill. And I think that's all we need to say about that.
Yes, I think so. People can offer you and promise you the moon and the sun, but if you come to the new company with the same mentality that you had at the last one, nothing's going to change, just your business card.
Yep. Exactly. So how about number 2? And that is sweetheart deals.
Yes.
They're gonna shower you and stroke your ego because they're gonna pay you to move companies. Does that make you feel good?
People are doing that. Companies are writing checks left and right because they don't. I would say that they don't have a lot of other value or other added things for agents to want to switch. I mean, if the company is that great, people should be knocking on that door and asking, how can I come over? Instead of the broker saying, how much money can I give you for you to switch?
My favorite is free desk fees for 2 years. Well, we don't have any desk fees.
I know.
It's like, what kind of bogus is that? Or what else do they offer people? Oh, big checks, just $30,000.
Just a check.
$30,000 for you to move brokerages.
Yeah, but they don't. But they have to stay with the company for how many years?
Yeah, that's what their contract says, but don't believe that garbage because most of those little
You can
contracts
get
don't
out.
even hold. So
Yeah, they can get out.
don't switch companies because someone's buying you. That's just.
It feels wrong.
It doesn't seem like you're thinking it through well. So that's just something we recommend. That's just our opinion. All right. How about the last one? What we're gonna say about the last one? That is, oh yeah, I remember. We already talked about this a little bit, but just saying, oh well, I don't have any fees at my company. My split is the greatest split in the world.
Leads. They're going to give me a bunch of leads.
Or they're going to give you leads, but you know what? Most people have to pay for leads. But we hear this one a lot is just like, my split is the greatest split of all kind. I pay 99, my split is 99%. And they believe that, they forget about their other fees. And so when you really break it down on the numbers, it's not even close.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because when you take a pay stub from our broker, and we can put it right next to the pay stub from the old broker, it doesn't even compare. Like there are fees and they add up. And our broker, like it's so clean. There isn't much there. So it's important to, like I said for the beginning, compare apples to apples.
Yep.
Sit down, be smart, and don't call your broker right now and say, hey, I'm considering doing this. Should I do it? No, you go make your own decision. You go do your due diligence, make phone calls, sit down and see if it's good for you. Just like we do in our own real estate business, we always tell the client, what do we tell the client?
Well, if you're looking to list your house and you wanted to know what we do for you, you can always interview another agent to see what they do and how they're going to get you the most money. And we encourage that because we don't have anything to worry about.
But we always tell our client, I thought you were going to say, do what's best for you and your family.
That's right. We say that. That's true.
We always tell people, do what's best for you and your family. Don't worry about hurting anyone's feelings. Your kids are more important than your broker. Do what's best for you and your family. So you going and doing your due diligence and really asking every question possible doesn't make you unloyal or a bad person. It just makes you smart, and it makes you the person who cares about your family first. Isn't that logical? So that is it for today. Please make sure to hit the notification bell to see the other videos too.
And if you guys want to ever talk about joining forces with us, just have to book us for a quick appointment. We're happy to meet with you on a Zoom or in person anytime. So follow us on Shauna
We're here for you, and Merry Christmas!
See you later.